Okay. Here we go.
Down. Repeat.
Defend our championship. Defend our championship.
Here we go.
I got a little present for you guys here in San Francisco. I'm sure all of you have heard about the Rally Thong. Now, I know this is a family event, but if you've seen Zoolander, I have a special talent just for you.
So, here we go. Bottom of the ninth inning. Swing and a miss, and that's it! For the first time in 52 years, the Giants are world champions.
I mean, I would wake up, just kind of like laugh, going, we just won the World Series. Is that real?
Wilson, hold it. Right there, yeah!
Did that just happen? And it did. When you have that kind of feeling that you want to play for others and have buses drive by during this interview and ruin the sound audio, it's just immaculate.
You can tell Ronnie, get a belt for me. Hey, Brandon. We talked yesterday, and we're going to go forward with you, and it's a pleasure to tell you, congratulations, man. You're in the big league. You'll be out there opening day.
Oh, wow.
You know, well earned. You've done a great job, and it's been a lot of fun watching you because you're going to make us a better club. But it's something you've earned, and something you've worked very hard for. So, very excited to have you on our club. So, welcome, and let's have some fun now.
All right. Good job, Bill. Good job, Pete. Good job.
You did good, kid.
Thank you.
You did good, man.
Good job. Appreciate it.
Congrats, man. All right.
Go get him. I got these now. Hold on. Can't go out there like that. Good work.
Hey, give me a hug before you go out there. Give me a minute. Nice going.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Yeah.
You take your time. You hang with me for a while. If you need a beer, grab a beer.
Hey.
Thank you.
Oh, man. You know what? I'm crying right now.
You should be. It's a big moment.
Back with world champion Aubrey Huff. You have some amazing characters on that team, yourself included, but Brian Wilson's beard has now taken on a life of its own.
It's unbelievable, this guy. You can't go out with him in the streets of San Francisco. Or anywhere, for that matter.
How am I a subject on your show?
He's going to shave it at some point.
It's not you, it's just your beard. True.
You know, it has taken a personality of his own. He's no longer a baseball player. He's an actor, a rock star. I don't care what stadium you're in. He comes out of the bullpen. It's, wow, it's Brad Pitt coming out from the bullpen.
It's Brad Pitt! Yeah, buddy.
All right, so before we get out of here, why don't you get up? You've been telling me about the legend of Aubrey Huff. Well, at the club here. Let's get in front.
Oh my God! Don't tell me. I'm already embarrassed.
Serious face now. Gotta get that going.
wife's packing the car as we speak.
Gotta get that going. Okay, enough to do this. When I was 24, but now we're old. I've got a game in about 5 hours, and I'm going to be just perfectly fine.
Oh, what a complete asshole. That's awesome.
Aubrey Huff, he's looking for his first hit.
He's looking for one loud line drive knock to get it all going.
High drive to right. Looking up is Beltran out of here.
And Aubrey Huff has broken out of his slump with a solo home run to put the Giants ahead in the 10th.
And that has to feel good. He's been grinding for 2 weeks.
Never doubt. Never doubt. Never doubt.
I'll get a good night's sleep tonight finally. First time in about a month, I'd say. It was a strike, wasn't it? I'm a lot, maybe.
No, it wasn't a strike.
The 31-game stretch is over. 22 of the first 31 on the road. The Giants are coming home.
I'm coming home. I'm coming home. Tell the world I'm coming home. Let the rain wash away all the pain of yesterday.
Hey, they're 4.5 out and in second place. A lot was made in spring training. Brian Sabian, every time he did an interview, said, hey, listen, 22 of our first 31 on the road. We got to survive that somehow.
This year, the schedule's tougher, the league's tougher, our division's tougher. If we conquer this part of the schedule like we did last year before and after the All-Star break, it's a similar stretch, it'll be empowering to these guys.
I'm coming home.
Coming home 500 from that trip, from the way it started, we'll sleep good. I think everybody's looking forward to being home with their families.
It really feels like we've been on the road for almost a month. What has it been, 11 days? 10 or 11 days, haven't seen my wife or little girl.
Know my kingdom awaits.
Not seen your wife, not seen your little one. You know, it stinks. Hartley's probably asleep right now, though, so probably won't get to see her until tomorrow morning.
My youngest is probably going to be in bed already, so I won't see him, but my oldest son, he's waiting up for me.
I'm coming home. Tell the world I'm coming.
Hey, buddy. You have a present for me? Man, I'm driving up the driveway right now. If you open the garage door for me, you should be able to see me. There you go. Oh, my little man's up even. There they are.
I'm coming home. I'm coming home. Tell the world I'm coming home. I know my kingdom awaits, and they've forgiven my mistakes. I'm coming home.
It's almost weird, though. It's like you're dating again. You're gone for like 2 weeks. You kind of forget.
Tell the world I'm coming.
Forgot to get the keys.
Say what, I saw the first episode, man. Your story, dude. It's so awesome.
Congratulations, dude. God dang.
How you doing?
I'm dude. I couldn't be more proud of you.
I don't even know how to explain it. People are like, what are you doing? I'm like, I have no idea. I don't care. I hate talking about it, you know? I'm like,
you don't want to try to figure it out?
I don't want to jinx it.
For the Vogel Songs, the journey to Ryan's first All-Star game has been an odyssey. But after 10 years of baseball irrelevance, the pieces are finally falling into place.
Ryan Vogelsong, told by the game so many times, go away. And he kept showing up at the door, and now he's the Giants' best story of the year.
I don't know so much that anything's changed personally in how we run our day-to-day lives, but I think that we're a lot happier.
2 earned runs or fewer in 8 of Vogelsong's 9 starts.
All of a sudden, it's just been amazing.
I'm seeing a pitcher who's just completely different than his first time around. He's just pitching with such confidence.
I keep waiting for the other shoe to drop, and it hasn't.
This is what a big league city is about right here. I mean, you definitely don't get a view like this in Fresno. What's happening now is what you dream of when you're playing in the backyard. This is what you think big league life is going to be like.
Yay! As a man in general, Ryan, to me, even, is just different.
There you go, good hit. Run the bases, run the bases. My life and baseball have kind of gone at the same time here. A lot of it has to do maybe with our son. High five, yeah, there you go. Having somebody that you're responsible for all the time other than yourself. It makes you grow up quick. Woo, yeah.
The last month and a half, 2 months of what's gone on right now makes the last 10 years worth it.
Who's this? Who's that? 10 years ago, if a guy would have came up to me and said, to get to the point where I'm at today, you're gonna have to go through all these things to have this, without a doubt, I'd do it. I'd do it in a second.
I wouldn't change it.
Yeah,
No,
I mean,
yeah.
it's just been, it is, you know, it's our life, you know? What's in there? Put your hand like this, go, wow.
Hey, Dad. You got her blanket on too, huh?
Yeah.
And her hat.
And her hat. How are you? You look so good.
I feel good. Somehow, something happened to me, and here I am.
Last October, the first week when we were starting the playoffs versus the Braves, he had a cardiac condition, and he went to the hospital, and things got pretty dire there for a while.
From what I understand, I had already died, and I was on the table for 8 minutes, and they brought me back.
He's still battling. He's got a ways to go, but his spirits are good. You know, mentally he's there.
Somehow, that's how we got here.
It's always a fine line for a father to walk, not trying to force the son into something he doesn't want.
It sure is.
And so what did you see to be sure that I really loved baseball enough to really start working hard at it?
I really observed you very closely. For you, it was a game. For me, it was a lifetime career that I was going to select for my son. In his mind, he was a pitcher. Yeah. There wasn't much money back then.
We couldn't afford much, so they would have to kind of save up for a pitching lesson every week with Randy Jones, who was a pitcher for the Padres back in the day. It was $50, I remember that.
Of the $262 a week, we would take $50 out of that. We figured maybe someone would see him and give him a scholarship. Thank God, Billy Beane drafted him.
With the other Bay Area team, Zito blossomed into one of the best and most charismatic pitchers in the game. But off the field, Zito always gravitated to his father's true love.
I think every player has that thing that gets his mind off the game. You know, I just picked music because I think I'm more inclined. And, you know, I was raised in a musical family. I started playing guitar and getting involved in music when I signed with the A's. Basically, this is what I do when the waves aren't that good. Whatever musical talent I have is from him because, you know, he's the most brilliant musician I've ever been around.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing stuff.
I really am a master musician.
He's not bragging. Joe Zito composed and arranged music for Nat King Cole in the early 60s. Barry's mother, Roberta, who died in 2008, was a singer in Cole's band. And while he has rubbed shoulders with titans and returned from the dead, it's the simplest pleasures that still mean the most to Joe Zito.
Keep on trying.
I mean, what's it feel like to father to see his son on a major league mound?
Smile, what's the use of crying?
I don't know if I've ever gotten used to it. I sure am proud of him.
See the sun come shining through for you.
When I was young, coming up in the league, baseball was really consumed me. It seemed like the rest of life was just meaningless details. Spending time with you this off-season, all that stuff becomes a balance, you know, with baseball.
I never realized what a different life it is. A lot of people talk about Barry, what a nice guy he is.
How you doing, man? Good, man. You've seen the Giants even. Oh, of course. Yeah.
Well, he is a nice guy. One of the 3 finest people I've ever met in my life. The first one was Nat King Cole. The next one was my wife, Roberta, and then Barry.
You'll find that life is still worthwhile.
I love you, Dad.
I love you, man.
Smile.
What advice do you want to give to our editors as to how to edit your interviews and your story?
Well, first off, I'm gonna need you to stop yelling at me. You too. How else can we edit this? I was thinking black and white's a little too weird. Is it pronounced sepia?
Sepia.
Huh?
Sepia? Sepia tone.
Sepia. That just sounds weird.
Yeah, well.
Well, I woke up this morning and had a sepia. I like that. I want that reddish hue. I want that. And I want some sort of depressing violin. But as the moment, and you'll be able to edit the moment, when it hits its apex, the violin's getting stronger and faster into a happy soul. Like that, for the end. Then fireworks. Then you're fucking welcome.